Which is the best stock to buy right now, Tesla or SoFi? I'm going to answer that question in this video, comparing the two stocks across three metrics, starting with revenue. So let's get right into it. So making the decision between SoFi and Tesla also includes a big wager, you could say, on the industries, right? You're betting on the banking industry, the financial services industry, and the electric vehicle industry, right? Because they operate in different industries. So when you're comparing two stocks like Tesla and SoFi stock that are in different industries, you're also kind of saying which industry you think might do better in the near term. So let's take a look at that and include it with the financial metrics here. So revenue growth over the last 3 years annually has looked very similar for Tesla and SoFi. Look how closely connected they are, surprisingly, even though they're in different industries, right? Revenue growth for each has been very closely connected, falling from near 75% down to 25% and then up back towards 75%. And then most recently, SoFi at 59% and Tesla at 51%. So very closely connected in terms of revenue growth. However, I will say I do believe that this will change in the near term over the next quarter. As you might all have heard, the increasing turmoil in the banking industry is likely to cause some consumers to shift activity away from a company like SoFi Technologies and move more of their activity to larger, more established banks like Bank of America, JP Morgan, and the like. Not to say that that is a safer move or that's what people should be doing. I'm just saying that that is some of the behavior I have observed so far in the banking industry ever since the volatility and the turmoil and the risk of uninsured deposits has increased. Consumers have flocked to safety, and rather than choosing to go with institutions that might offer a higher savings rate or a higher deposit rate, they've gone to institutions where they can secure their assets more reliably and feel more comfortable about their money. And one of the selling points for SoFi has been its best in class deposit rate, right? If you set up an account with SoFi Technologies, SoFi will give you a very high return on your deposits, right? So if you're keeping money at SoFi, you're getting a nice return on that money that you're keeping there, versus if you're keeping money at Bank of America, you're hardly getting anything from that checking account or savings account compared to SoFi. So, I mean, consumers have gone to SoFi for that reason. SoFi has attracted a lot of customers because of their better services. They treat customers better, offering them better rates on their deposits. But that might reverse as a result of this turmoil. Now, this is just estimations on my part because the data hasn't come out yet as far as how SoFi's deposit base is reacting to this turmoil, but it'll soon start to come out. Just the elevated risk of this would cause me to think that some customers, if not a lot of customers, might switch over. And then the opposite is happening for Tesla in terms of revenue. Governments worldwide are offering incentives, tax rebates to try and get people to buy electric vehicles. And that's, of course, spurring demand, right? If you can get in the US, the credit is up to $7,500 to buy an EV. And of course, that's going to incentivize people to look at a Tesla where previously they may not have looked at an electric vehicle before. So those incentives are getting consumers to switch over, and more governments are doing that. The industry looks right now, it's like worldwide around 10% of car sales are electric vehicles. I wouldn't be surprised if by 2040 90% of car sales are electric vehicles in 2040. I wouldn't be surprised if that was to happen. I'm not saying it will, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. So something to consider there when we're comparing Tesla and SoFi. Looking at their net profit margin, which is net income as a percentage of revenue, Tesla is way ahead here at 15.45% compared to negative 20.36% for SoFi. But SoFi has been moving very quickly, improving its profit margin, improving its net profit margin. Look at this, from negative 90% all the way to negative 20%. And the company has forecasted that its current fiscal year, it will be profitable on the bottom line. So it wouldn't surprise me if this figure for SoFi in a year from now is something like 5% or something in the positive figure, which is much higher than where it is today. So Tesla is better than SoFi in terms of this metric for now, but SoFi is moving so fast, so quick, that it might, at this rate, pass Tesla. Maybe not in 2023, but maybe in 2024, SoFi passes Tesla in terms of net profit margin if it continues at the rate you see here. And finally, I wanted to compare these two on valuation. I chose to use the forward price to sales ratio because SoFi is not consistently profitable and it's not generating positive free cash flow at the moment. So I chose to evaluate these two on price to sales. And looking at this metric, Tesla stock is trading at a forward price to sales of 4.9. SoFi stock is trading at a forward price to sales of 2.329. So Tesla stock is more than twice as expensive as SoFi stock according to this metric. I will say though, I believe this premium valuation for Tesla stock over SoFi stock is deserved. And I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now. And so that in conclusion means that I would prefer to buy Tesla stock over SoFi stock right now. And the main factor being that elevated risk from the banking industry turmoil, from customer deposits perhaps changing to bigger institutions, which could be a headwind for SoFi. Because I will tell you, SoFi is making excellent progress in improving its net profit margin as it's improving its revenues. It's done a great job attracting customers. It offers an industry best interest rate. While it has been doing that, it has still been improving its margins. So the company's been doing an excellent job. What I'm concerned with is the industry, is what's going on in the industry. And like I said in the start of this video, some of the reason of your choice of between Tesla and SoFi has to consider the industry, because what's going on in the industry is going to impact the company. And Tesla's industry is riding a strong tailwind with governments incentivizing consumers, while SoFi's industry is experiencing turmoil, and the turmoil is impacting smaller banks more so than larger, more established banks. And so for that reason, I will choose Tesla stock over SoFi stock right now. All right, that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I know you could be doing a lot of things right now, but you chose to watch this video. I truly appreciate your viewership. And hey, if you gained some value from this video, please go ahead and subscribe. I make a lot of videos, usually multiple videos published daily. And if you like this kind of content, I think you'll enjoy my channel, so please subscribe.